at a very cheap price, like $10 for the next 10 years or something. But then unexpectedly, the uranium price increased so much, like $30. And Westinghouse found out if it keeps the promise and provided $10, Westinghouse would be bankrupted. So Westinghouse said, I'm sorry, I will break the promise and I cannot sell you at the $10. And of course, the nuclear plant must have sued Westinghouse because it broke the promise. And instead of $10, they have to buy it at $30 from Westinghouse. I think Westinghouse should pay a little bit, but then it would not be bad, not be good to bankrupting the Westinghouse. But anyway, that impossibility. Once again, that's the in my interpretation, there was a gap in the contract. What if the uranium price goes so high? So here, maybe it's not law and economics. One lesson is, even though it looks safe to you, never promise something that I will provide you uranium at $10 forever. Things changes. Who would have guessed that the coronavirus make the economy so bad this year? Okay, frustrational purpose. Briefly, coronation ceremony is the ceremony for someone to be a king or a queen. 1902, the current Queen Elizabeth's grandfather became a king, I think. And then there was a ceremony, parade in London City, and people rented a window on that day in order to see the parade. So the building owners of nearby the parade road rented their window for that day. Then King got sick, really, and then all parade was canceled. And then here, Mr. Smith rented a window at $100, £100. But then the reason was to see the King's parade, but then King's parade canceled. So Mr. Smith told Mr. Asher of the building owner, the parade canceled. I cannot pay £100 for you. And Mr. Asher, the building owner, said, come on, the contract does not say anything about the parade and coronation ceremony. It says like you rent the window this day, and nothing changes. And the frustration purpose is that it's obvious that the window was rented in order to see the coronation ceremony, the parade, but then it is canceled. So the purpose of the renting the window disappeared. So the government cannot enforce this contract. So this is a very unique case. I don't know how often this may happen, but then once again, this is the reason why you don't want to leave a gap. So, you rent a window, but you should have one phrase in it. If the coronation ceremony is canceled, there's no parade, then no charge would be made. I rented a house, or I forgot the name. Anyway, room at the Nonsan, because my son went to Nonsan, the military service in January this year, and I rented it because when he get out of Nonsan, we have 1 day of meeting each other. But then because coronavirus, the ceremony is canceled. And lucky for me, the owner of the room says, okay, the frustrational purpose. So, you rented a room in order to meet your son at Nonsan military camp. But then the ceremony is canceled. You cannot see your son, so you don't have to come to Nonsan all the way. So I kind of said that, okay, I'll pay the money because, but then the room owner says you don't have to pay me. So she refunded everything to us. So after all, frustration of purpose happens in real life.